What's going on, Bird Gang? Philly Carnage here, bringing you the first episode of the Atlanta Falcons Rebuild. So, as we know currently in real life, the Falcons are nothing but a choke artist. Today, they just blew a 17-point lead. So, we're hoping that here in this rebuild, we can right the ship and, hopefully make them really what they should be, playoff contenders. Um, Currently, the team's sitting at a 80 overall, 80 offense, 80 defense. Um, so when we actually take a look at the team, if I can actually get it right, we got Matt Ryan, who is an 87 overall superstar.
This is the development.
Uh,
This is the abilities
he's
tab. Here you can see
35, so he's up there in age. I mean, hell, I remember when he signed his rookie deal, which was the most expensive deal out there at the time for a rookie quarterback. I forget exactly the numbers, but yeah, it was absolutely a stupid contract. But they brought in Todd Gurley, free agency, 86 star. They got Hill and Ito Smith, who I'm actually a big fan of Ito Smith. I like what he does. Uh, Me personally, he's a solid backup, and possibly eventually he could go ahead and get a starting role. Got Julio Jones, who
this player has his
getting up there in age.
This is a power.
Fortunately, he's 31. You got Calvin Ridley, who is coming into his own. Hayden Hurst in a trade with Baltimore, as they sent Austin Hooper to Cleveland. Offensive line, Alex Mack, he's getting up there in age. Jake Matthews as well, but you got two solid pieces here between Lindstrom and McGarry. It'd be nice to see McGarry eventually get a dev trait. Defensively, their defensive line is not the greatest. Grady Jarrett, who's an absolute stud, reminds me a lot of a young Fletcher Cox, just with the size and the pure strength. Jack McKinley, always liked him. Unfortunately, he has not developed the way thought. They got AJ Terrell first round, I think. Yeah, number 16, first round. Uh, Solid. He's got some work to do. Isaiah Oliver as well. Kazi, Ricardo Allen, Alukan, Deion Jones, who, in my opinion, is one of the best middle linebackers in the game. Reynolds and Keanu Neal. Special teams, not really too much to brag about other than Young Ko Ku, or however you pronounce his name. Pretty solid kicker. But we'll just kind of take a look here at our specialists. We have a hidden dev, Davidson,
development trait is hidden.
22, rookie out of Auburn. He's got a ways to go. Dante Fowers there as our rush right end. Jack McKinley left. Slot will keep it with Russell Gage. But yeah, we'll get in here. Week 1 against Seattle. Hopefully, you'll start out the right way with a win, and we do. Actually, a pretty big win, 41-35 shootout against Seattle. Matt Ryan, 30 of 44, 364, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception on the day. Really can't beat that. We have a breakout player. Um, Aluakin, however you pronounce his name, hold the Cowboys less than 250 yards. Forget him. One interception, a forced fumble, tackle for loss, or sack, which would get him up there to a start of, which would be phenomenal. Uh, Pretty much what I do every rebuild for guys that are on the good side of 25, 25 below. I like to try to get them to that scheme fit. Keanu Neal, he is 25, but it's not that far of a reach to be able to go ahead and get him there to hopefully get into scheme fit. I'm not sure how uh, contracts are with Atlanta. I have done one CFM so far with them, but I want to say I joined that CFM late, so I'm not 100% sure at where we truly are going with them. So, like for Aluakon, a 59 for scheme fit is definitely not in the books. So we'll just keep feeding that pass rush. Eventually, look at doing some of the other ones, but for now, we'll just continue to build up his pass rush there. So we got Dallas, which everybody hates Dallas. We lose 35-24. Most likely didn't get it, which we didn't. So he remains a normal dev. And finally go ahead and get our scouting involved. We'll take a look at contracts at the mid season mark. I mean, here week 3, we should have a hopefully a pretty easy win. It's the Bears. Not sure if they actually still have Nick Foles. Starting, could be injured. Do have this starting off pre-existing injury, but we get the win, 38-13. So far Atlanta's doing hot. We able to get another player of the week. Matt Ryan once again, 20 of 29, 25, 5 touchdowns and 1 interception. So unknowing what we did week 2, just in 2 of the 3 weeks, we have a total of 9 passing touchdowns with Matt Ryan and 2 interceptions. So can't really complain about that. Check out some of the upgrades. We got a few. Deion Jones, he's another one there at that 25. But we're gonna work on making him more of that field general. Dante Fowler, Kazi, Julio Jones has an opportunity if he's able to ball out this year to most likely it won't happen, but he has an opportunity to at least hit a 98 overall because he's now 97 there. So we'll get into this game here against the 3-0 Green Bay Packers. Oh, so yeah, we also threw Ricardo Allen up on the trade block. He's 28, 81 overall. He's more just sitting there as depth for us because we got Kazi starting. So looking at it, want to get the best value that we can. We know Philadelphia needs help in their secondary. There's Dallas, who nobody likes trading with Dallas. But pretty much the best that it's looking like we can get next year, we can get a third, a sixth, seventh. But torn, do we ruin Philly? Because they'll probably, I mean, they got 17 and a half in cap room. Don't know how. Or we go with New England or Tennessee. You know, let's look more NFC. Hopefully, we'll be able to go ahead and get a solid draft pick that Philly could have possibly had it at one point. So against Green Bay, try to get the win. Try to keep Matt Ryan rocking as he, which we get a 23-17 win over Green Bay, improving us to 3-1. But we have two new injuries. We lose Alex Mack for 8 weeks, and we lose Russell Gage with a quad tear for 6. So luckily, it's only 2 injuries, but still, losing Alex Mack is big, especially when it comes to him being on a contract year. So we get a big divisional matchup here. 3-1 Falcons against the 2-2 Carolina Panthers. We get another win. So whatever in the Madden generated world, whatever's going on, it's working. Able. I don't remember the last time Atlanta actually started out 4-1, but we are this year. So taking on the 3-2 Minnesota Vikings, we get another win. Not
Now let's take a minute to see how
too
improve your
shabby.
team.
Start off 5-1, and of course we lose DeMonte Kazi for 5 weeks, and we all knew it was bound to happen. After we traded Ricardo Allen. Um, yeah, let's just get right into the sim against Detroit, who's currently 3-2. We get another win, and we get another Player of the Week, Matt Ryan. Showing up big, not as big as week 1 or 3. Only 3 touchdown passes. There are 2 interceptions this week, but almost 500 yards in the air, and we have a chance
Now let's take a minute to see how you
to
can improve your
improve to
team.
7-1 as we take on the 2-5 Panthers, who we've already beat. Got another injury, Todd Gurley, dislocated knee. So now we're getting to that point where injuries are starting to stack up. It's time for Ito Smith to start really eating to improve just his overall ability. Is he has that mentality to really get in there and do some work. Grady Jarrett's now a 91 overall. That +1 agility, +1 finesse moves. Not too worried about. Would have really liked to see it more of a power move, play rec +2, and an addition of that +4 tackle. Really, really will come in big. So, like I said, should have an easy matchup here, but we know how Madden is. Yep, real short. Low scoring game, only 13-10. Julio is frustrated. He wants that ball. He's one of those guys that we got to get the ball to. And hopefully here in the sim, we'll be able to. As we got the 4-3 Broncos.
Your player is
Injury
now ready to
decisions, we
play,
got
but
Alex
it's
Mack.
not 100. There is a high chance of re-injury if you play.
The backups, they've been doing their work. They've been, holding out fairly well. Ito Smith. Nice thing is, by Todd Gurley being out, it allows him to continue, just pad his numbers and get that experience points. Because for him to go up to a 78, he only needs 9,300 more. So the more he gets used, the better. Have a chance to upgrade Hayden Hurst. Me personally, I'm a little disappointed in the rating that Madden gave, with it being a mid 70. Should be closer to the high 70s, if not damn near an 80. So there we go. The win streak is We're now 7-2. The Saints aren't too far off at 6-2, and even the Buccaneers, they're not too terribly far away. But that loss ends a 6-game winning streak as we enter the Week 10 bye week, where what we'll do is we'll take a look, see what contracts we got coming up. Uh, we were at least able to get the ball a little more to Julio, gets him that extra 500 experience plus 5 at the bye week. Matt Ryan wants to see what's up. Unfortunately, we got a big divisional game coming up. Actually, we get to face the Saints twice in the next 3 weeks. So, got to get that extra preparation. The doctors have cleared Kazi. Don't want to rush him back. Same thing with Russell Gage. Just let our young guys eat. Let them build up that stats. Uh, now that we're here at the halfway mark, we might as well take a look at the
These
upcoming
players are on the
contracts.
last year of their contract. Re-sign them so you don't lose them next season.
So Alex Mack, wants 1 year, total of 11 million. Kind of see what we're at. We're at 24 million. So kind of look to see what we start all the way at the end. You all know these guys like Matt Schaub. Nah, damn near 40. Yeah, most likely get our kicker just to resign the kicker. Uh, Brian Hill, if we're able to get uh Todd Gurley to remain with us, I'd rather keep him. But we got a chance to offer Keanu O'Neal. He likes the duration. He wants more money. And we get Gurley. All right. So maybe that injury has helped. Even for 5 years, he'll be 31. But really, 5 years, 38 is not too terrible. Zach McKinley, yes, maybe real life, he's not the greatest. But can we, bump that up to a $7 million cap hit? And Kazi, another one that he wants more money. So Alex Mack, he's going to be one of those ones. The end of the season, most likely we will sign him because offensive line is very, very hard to come by in the draft.
You have a player healed from
So Russell
injury
Gage
and
is
ready
back,
to
which is
play.
good. Huge divisional matchup here, both 7-2. I can't do it. I can't do the upgrades. If you've watched any of the other, especially the Chargers rebuild that I did, started where we don't upgrade our guys until they earn it and they get a win. So boom, right there, improved to 8-3 on the season, and I think that's what 3-0 in the division so far. So we got Matt Ryan once again, player of the week. He's been balling out, 378 and 3 passing touchdowns, and he even made some plays with his legs. So we can go ahead, we can hit these upgrades, at least the ones that we know. To help get them more of that scheme fit. We got Tag McKinley up to an 80. And yeah, we'll just send the rest. So we got Kazi finally returning. The 4-6 Oakland Las Vegas Raiders. And we win 9-2. If we can come out here and beat the Saints, I'd bet we're pretty damn close having that possible number 1 seed as Marlon Davidson that our hidden dev rookie? Is partial MCL tear, out 5 weeks. But hey, he had a slight little, you know, upgrade for him. So we get Alex Mack and Todd Gurley back for this game, which hopefully we can score even more than we did the first time around. We did not score more than the first time around, but we get the 21-20 win over the Saints. And again, another injury. Tyler Davidson, 6 weeks, knee cartilage tear. I think after this year, we might have to look at a new medical staff because it seems like everybody is going down to injury. Luckily, Julio has stayed healthy at least through 13 weeks of the season. Got the 4-8 Chargers, should be a win. There we go. Another weekly award, Matt Ryan. 350 passing yards, 5 touchdowns. I mean, just kind of looking at the player of the weeks, Matt Ryan should, be one of the front runners for possible MVP. So we got the Bucks. Play this game, or do we just let the Sim handle it? Maybe come in week 16. But I think what we'll do, we'll jump in here. We'll play the Bucks, play our hand, see what we can do. Kind of take a look what the Bucks have, because I'm pretty sure it's all the same team.
Your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run.
Ryan hit, and he lost the football.
Well, that could have been bad. Matt Ryan just getting absolutely demolished in the backfield, setting us up 3rd and 19.
They were thinking about how do we punctuate this.
Just need something, try to get us a little bit closer.
Instead, you got to put a question mark next to this drive now after the fumble, even though they recovered it.
And we'll just come out of this with our 3.
They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Was that a design?
Hayden Hurst able to walk it in, getting Matt Ryan his first touchdown on the day. For the most part, the game has been very, very quiet. That's only our 3rd offense possession, first time downfield, able to get a field goal. Just due to Matt Ryan getting hit, fumbling the ball. And then our 2nd possession, we punted.
It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10. So that
Julio Jones here.
On 1st down, Ryan.
And we do, but Matt Ryan got hit. We had him. We go back to it. See if they're in that same formation, which they're not. So we'll have Russell Gage or Calvin Ridley open here on play. We had Calvin Ridley, but we also have Julio, who must have lost track of the ball within the lanes. I don't know. Something good, at least to say, I guess. Hit Gurley here on the screen pass. Able to pick up our blocks, kind of. Computer wants us to go for this. So we'll go for it. Should have Ridley here on the quick out.
Because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss. They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come running
Possibly have
downfield,
Julio
but
Jones
they
here.
never did.
Throwing again, Ryan.
Ew.
And he's got his
Getting
starting
Matt Ryan his
receiver
second touchdown
Jones
on
for
the
the
day.
second
Julio
touchdown.
Jones his first, possibly even his first catch today.
His 14th. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Mike Evans.
Mike Evans, he's gonna go.
Just burns. I think that was AJ Terrell on him,
Tampa Bay.
but we sent the blitz and we paid. Mike Evans coming in big,
With his 10th touchdown
getting
of
an
the
easy
season.
walk-in touchdown.
Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break
The
free.
kick is good. D on the coverage.
Back to throw, Brady. And this is caught.
All right.
Touchdown, but maybe too late.
So Brady throws it to Gronk. Gronk drops it, or maybe it was designed. Let it just roll off his fingertips to Chris Godwin in the back of the end zone for the score. They're bringing this game closer.
Bounce around a lot and eat up time.
Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. And this is
Hayden Hurst
one-handed.
able to get in another just walk in. Had the stats. I think that's his second touchdown of the game. Matt Ryan's third. But we handled the Bucs, getting us one step closer. And if to that number one seed. If not, we currently hold it, but pretty sure we just won the division. So with that win, the general manager already wants to talk to us. We're already in the playoffs, with 2 weeks to go. So we get a morale boost of plus 20. Add weekly award. That was not for that game. That was for the game before against the Chargers. 12-2, entering week 16. Have a breakout player scenario for Hayden Hurst. This would get him up to a superstar, I believe. 3 touchdowns, 150 total yards. So got him upgraded. We're sitting 12-2. There's no way we're out. Because, like I said, the GM already talked to us. We got the Chiefs here. We suffer one hell of a shootout. 42-41. All right. Hayden Hurst did not get his dev trait. We had a weekly award. Matt Ryan. 392, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. Matt Ryan is just an absolute monster. 12-3, we got the 8-7 Buccaneers. Trying to go 13-3. We lose. We got Marlon Davison coming back. So we were able to secure the first round bye. Taking a look here. Got us as the number 1. Falcons number 2, taking on the number 7 Eagles. The number 3 Giants, taking on the number 6 Buccaneers. Number 4 Packers, and the number 5 Saints. So, NFC South has been represented very well here in year 1 of the rebuild. AFC, you got the Browns, the Patriots taking on the Titans, Chiefs against the Broncos, and Houston against Baltimore. Might as well just get in here, get right to the division round. We got Russell Gage here, possible breakout scenario. That would get him up to a star, 2 touchdowns, or 100 yards receiving. We can go ahead. We can hit these upgrades since we are here in the playoffs. We get to take on the 8-8 Madden juggernaut. So, just taking a look, see if they've had anybody go up. It's all the normal, typical rosters here. So we'll get in here. We'll play the moments and take on Philadelphia. Here we are. Big first quarter drive. Offense unable to muster anything. As we give up 3. We're in the red zone. Okay. Game's tied up. We get the ball back. Looked like a quick turnover. Take the 6-3 lead. I'm happy with there at halftime. Have the opportunity to, go down. And for some reason, our offense is afraid to get in the red zone. We'll get in the end zone. All right, we tied the ball game up. Better field goal, better field position with a punt. So we have a chance to win the game here on the final drive. And we do it. Getting closer. Take the lead. Defense needs to step up. Philly scored. Wow. We came back. Game's on the line. We just need to stop. And the Atlanta Falcons somehow find a way to come back and get a 23-20 victory in the divisional round against Philadelphia. So, kind of, a double hit to Philly. They, get beat by us in the divisional round. So their, hopes and dreams of getting their second Super Bowl is gone, at least this season. And we took their 2022 second round pick for an aging strong safety. Not even sure where he was at, with his contract. All right, so we have a chance to see if Russell Gage was able to get that. He didn't. We know he's not a number 1 receiver. Don't know why he's talking that way. But we have some upgrades here to do. Get that done, and we'll find out who we play in, the NFC title game. And we got Green Bay, which earlier in the season, if you guys remember, wrong thing. I'm pretty sure we beat Green Bay. And we did 23-17. So if we can somehow find a way to, muster that same, play style as Dante Fowler, 8 tackles, 3 sacks, gets our first defensive player of the week throughout this entire this rebuild here in year 1. We got OC wants to discuss them. See, what are they best at? Best stopping the run. Forces opposing teams on offenses to become one-dimensional. All your teams tried, failed to run the ball against them. Other than any other information, they don't have Funches. So, all right. We got Tyler Davidson returning, able to play again. 10-6 Green Bay against 12-4 Atlanta Falcons. Same thing. We'll check out the team. Shouldn't really be much different. Which they're not all the same guys. But we'll follow the moments. All right, how about that? No. Must have been a turnover. But 5:48 left to go in the first quarter. We got a red zone alert. And of course, we came away with a touchdown. Never mind. All right, something's going on. Defense has stepped up. We're up 14-0. 14-7 end of the first. Take that 17-7 lead as we're driving 24-7. Right now it looks like Atlanta's going to the Super Bowl. Here in year one with a 31-21 lead. Now Green Bay's bringing it back. Green Bay has an opportunity to win this game. Tied up, third. All we need is a field goal. All we need a field goal, and Atlanta is going to the Super Bowl. But we get a touchdown. 40 seconds left. They're going for it. We stopped them. 40-35. Your Atlanta Falcons have reached the Super Bowl here in year one. So I'm not going to make the mistake this rebuild by trying to look to see who we had in the Pro Bowl when we're in the Super Bowl. Gurley and Denard coming out players of the week. So without checking the Pro Bowl rosters, we'll take a look at stats. We were the number 2 offense and the 9th overall defense. Matt Ryan, 5,000 yards, 45 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. Rushing, Todd Gurley, 744, but he only played 12 games. Julio Smith coming in at 4, 11 touchdowns right there between the two of them. Receiving wise, we had Julio Jones, 1,316 touchdowns. Hayden Hurst, 11 and 10. Calvin Ridley, just 30 yards short of 1,000 yards. 30 yards short of having 3,000-yard receivers, and one of those would have been a tight end. Defensively, Deion Jones led the way, 114 tackles, Alonakun, 103. 8 TFLs for Deion Jones, 1 sack, 2 interceptions, and 11 TFLs for Alonakun, 1 sack, 2 interceptions. Kind of take a look to see where the interceptions all came from. Deion Jones led the way. Everybody else, pitched in with 1. And sack-wise, we had Grady Jarrett with 8, Dante Fowler, 7, McKinley coming in 6. So, all right. Might as well just take a look, see what we got for end of the season awards. Lamar Jackson is your MVP. Matt Ryan coming in at 2. All right. We got to see. 5,000, 45, and 12. Okay. All right. Sure, man. Whatever you want to say. Matt Ryan's MVP, in my opinion. NFC, Matt Ryan wins Offense Player of the Year. Defense Player of the Year, we had nobody. Offensive Rookie, nobody. Defensive Rookie, we had AJ Terrell there at number 4. Best quarterback goes to Matt Ryan. Best running back, best receiver, Julio Jones. Offensive line, we had Alex Mack up there. Number 4, line. Linebackers, nobody. East, nobody. Kicker, where's Koo? Koo there at number 6. So, that being said, we will, send them up here to the Super Bowl. 2 number 1 seeds, I believe. Yes. The 2 number 1 seeds face off in the Super Bowl. Upgrader guys. Do we have the opportunity to win a Super Bowl here in year 1? As you got the 13-3 Browns taking on the 12-4 Atlanta Falcons.
2.
Browns get the ball. They're driving right down the field. They get a touchdown. Again, looks like they're going to go. Somehow we got a turnover. Can our offense capitalize? 7-3. Browns just move the ball like it's nothing. 17-6 here in the third quarter. We got a ball game. 17-14, third down alert. We're in the red zone. We take the lead, 21-17, with 4 minutes to go in the game. 24-14. All we got to do is get a stop. Game's tied up with a minute to go. We get a stop. Better field position with a big punt return. We have a chance to win the Super Bowl here in year one, and it looks like we do. We got a big field goal. 21 seconds left to go. We hit it. 8 seconds left to go in the ball game. And there you have it. The Atlanta Falcons in year one of the Madden sim with only one gameplay. We win. I don't get it. I don't understand. Out of all the rebuilds that I've done so far, this is by far the easiest. And we really didn't have to do a single thing. We made one trade. Deion Jones is your player of the game. 6 tackles, 1 interception. Cooper has to be pissed. Getting traded.
Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaunt signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.
But yeah, so there you have it. Super Bowl 55, your winners are the Atlanta Falcons with a 27-24 win over the Cleveland Browns. So, yeah, on the screen, there's my socials, my Instagram, my Twitch, and the Facebook. I've been trying to post Facebook more and more. So, if you guys could, just down in the description are all the links. Hit those likes, hit those follows, and on this video. If you're new, make sure you hit that subscribe button, as I'm currently like 21 away from 100 that I'm trying to hit by the end of the year. Hit that like. Also, leave some comments. I personally respond to every single one of them. But yeah, we'll be back for an AFC rebuild here shortly. Philly's out.